Hello guys, my name is Nir, and I'm going to hopefully teach you guys a few things about Hearthstone. In this series, I basically just want to explain every move I make. I'm going to be constantly talking about every little thing in detail. For people that no one should have actually heard of me, I'm not a professional player, but I I'm not a I'm not a professional player, but I consistently hit high ranked legends since the start of since the release of the game. Actually, I played since the end of beta. Okay, Shaman. Okay, um, first off, Shaman is probably the one matchup I'm actually afraid of. This is not good for me. He actually kept two cards. Keeping Blood to Icar is fine against Shaman. If he places 1-3, I can Blood to Icar it. Maybe I shouldn't keep it because I'm going first after all. No, it should be fine. Okay, now it's actually really good. If he places 1-3 at turn 1, I can fire your War Axe, and then if he places his 2 mana 3/4 Totem Golem, I can Blood to Icar and trade into the Fire War Axe and play Fairy Dragon. Because this is my version, or at least my deck is a tempo deck. So basically, what that means is you want to play you want to use all your mana crystals every turn, as much as you can, and as well as you can. Even though some, so as I expected, he played his Totem Golem, so you can just Blood to Icar this. Trade in with the Firewall Axe and play Fairy Dragon. This is fine. I'm actually having a pretty good starting hand, but it's definitely not one yet. His Sir Finley shows me it's a aggressive version and not a mid-range version, which is probably a little bit better, but not that much. Alright, that's a crazy good top deck. Normally I would just slam here and then go face, but because I have actually a very good trade with my Alexstrasza's champion, I'm just going to trade this in. Unfortunately I don't use all my mana this turn, but it basically saves me a card. A 4-drop would have definitely been better here, but it's fine. So I have two options. I could play Azure Drake, or I could just slam his 7/7 and then trade in. This should be fairly obvious that just I don't really mind taking 7 damage here. I have so much more damage on board than him. It's looking like he'll have to trade with me. Looks like my slam would have gotten me a minion, but this is still straight up better. Plus I fill up my mana curve. I use all my mana again. For me, it's looking really good. So, interesting turn. I don't have too many options. So, right now, it looks like I'll 100% of the time slam his 7/7. So I'm going to do that. And I actually top deck his second slam, which is crazy good. So, it still doesn't look like I'll be able to fill up my curve with what I already had in my hand, so I'm just going to slam again. Trade into... I could attack here and then use the Inner Rage, but I might as well Inner Rage something. If he has a 4 health minion, I could just Inner Rage this, and then my inner rage is basically 0 mana, 2 damage, which is better. So right now, we have equal health. Our hero powers cancel each other out, and I'm ahead on board. I have 5/4 stats on board, so technically I should win. I've already been able to deal with one. With 1 4 mana 7/7 faceless. Flame Wrath Faceless. Flame Wrath Faceless. So, yeah, I don't think I need to explain this guy to you guys that I'm clearly ahead here. Could even enrage to like further up the damage, but I'm not going to. This is fine. Going into a strong 8 mana turn, even though I didn't fill up my curve last turn. So actually he could have kind of a comeback here, but I think I'm so far ahead in damage that it actually won't matter. Oh, it actually might. Okay, so... Oh, no. Because of the inner rage. Didn't immediately see this, but yeah. So, I played this. A little unfortunate I didn't actually see the play beforehand. But actually I was already trying to like damage him as much as possible to suddenly have lethal. So recap after the game. You see that's a little working point for me. It's pretty hard to talk and explain things at the same time. So I didn't actually see the lethal beforehand. But generally I just played what was probably the best plays at the time to win the game. I was putting pressure at the end to suddenly find lethal with something, and turns out I already had it in my hand, so it was fine. Going into game 2 now. If you guys have any suggestions of decks you want me to play, just leave a comment. You can ask me anything really. Pretty open-minded person, and I'm pretty open as it is. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to read as many comments as I can, or I'll always try at least. I actually think I recognize his name from Legend. I think this guy is a pretty high Legend player. Straight up, this hand, I hate the matchup, so I hope it's aggressive again, because damn, this deck, damn, this hand is looking really good as it is. Probably not gonna keep this card Chrono Elite, so mid-range I'll probably lose. Aggressive, I can win an aggressive. I just did, so usually I never want, like, if I have a decent play at turn 1, I don't want to coin out a 2-drop, but I think this is actually an exception because Tunnel Truck it's just able to spiral out of control so hard that I just want to deal with it right now. I can, so I will. Oh wow. Oh my god, this is looking really good for me. And Murloc Shaman, and I have the Rusty Hook. So usually, as I said again, I want to fill up my mana curve as much as possible, but against aggro decks it's actually often better to just trade as favorably as you can, which doesn't always mean you fill up your mana curve. Nice, this is looking really good. Don't be fooled by the Ravaging Ghoul, it's obviously not a good play here. Attacking the face into the 1/1 makes me take 1 less damage, so these little things could matter. Try to look out for slight misplays. You don't want to lose because you took one more damage than you should have. Immediately forfeits. Okay, that's nice. So you already see how the Lazar's first mate was a whole lot better than the Fairy Dragon at turn 2. Climbing very easily. Because this game was so short, I'm actually going to play another game. If you guys like have feedback for me, like how do I improve, if I explain things too complicated, tell me. I actually have no idea how well I'm explaining things. I hope I do well. I guess I kind of see in how many views I'll get. Okay, so this is already a pretty heavy hand. A 6 drop, 4 drop, and then a 3 drop and a weapon. So I don't want to keep the Dragon Crusher. That's way too slow. It's a mage. Freeze mage on ladder is basically non-existent, so it is 100% tempo mage, or at least I'll treat it as that until proven wrong. I don't have an Alexstrasza champion right now, so I don't want an activator. And I'm actually not gonna keep the Ravaging Ghoul, even though I have the coin. I really want a 2 drop, even though I have the Fiery War Axe, because if he places 1 mana 1/3, I'm probably gonna coin it out, and then I have a turn 2 that I need to fill. Okay, Mana Worm, that's really nice. So actually I have 2 options now. I could coin Alexstrasza's champion, or I could coin Fiery War Axe. It actually matters a lot. I'm actually going to coin Alexstrasza's champion because right now it will trade favorably 100% of the time. If I coin Fire War Axe and attack, next turn his minion, the minion that he plays, I might not be able to trade with a minion into it. So right now I have a safe trade where he can't ping it off next turn. I get 100% card advantage. I have 5 cards, he has 4. I play a 3/2 for 2 mana basically, and I kill off his minion. This is fine. I calculated this in. If he had a spell, Fiery War Axe would have been better, unless I would be able to follow up with another minion, which I'm able to. So if I didn't have Fairy Dragon, I would have attacked with the Fiery War Axe anyway, into the 1/3 mana worm. Ravaging Ghoul is actually not horrible here, because he can ping this off, and I'm probably going to trade into this anyway. But I think this is, remember that this is a tempo deck, and I want to be able to put as much pressure early on as I can while filling up my curve. So this is actually a turn a lot of lower ranked players might not think of, but it is definitely a lot better. Also because my Ravaging Ghoul whirlwind effect basically gives me nothing. I basically just play 3/3 for 3 mana, and now I have more damage on board because I played this way. Immediately getting out a second Concede. You see how strong this deck can really be. If you play out your turns early right, it really just sets up for the rest of the game. I didn't expect him to win anymore anyway. I already had crazy good turns. So with the series I was thinking like I do 2 games every time, even though I win or lose, doesn't matter. Turns out I won every game this time. But I want to explain everything I say, because the games got cut short because they conceded so early. I just played 3 games this time, but that probably won't happen too often. Anyway, thanks for watching.